Good afternoon, everybody. What we're going to talk about is this Russell 1000 and how it got whacked today, right along with the Dow, right along with the S&P. We're going to show you on a 60-minute level that Russell 1000 that was way up here at 1060 got really clobbered, and we got into a 60-minute deep sell signal on top of it. And one thing I want to show about this index is when it made its lows over here on 4/7 and then on a Monday on 4/11, that was a weekend, you can clearly see right here, just like we are, you can clearly see how this Russell 1000 with all the leadership stocks, we made all-time highs again right up here on 5/13. And we did. And from 5/13, we're right up here slightly above 1060 on this index. And we hit a major low today right here on that 60-minute trade. Yes, MMTs, we had a very good day. And that's where it found that support level right now. And once again, this is where the rally really started way over here, as I said. And every time that we rallied and pulled back, bam, looked just like the S&P, like the Dow, bam, we tested this support level and we got a bounce. It's short-term oversold and whatnot. And some of the leadership stocks in here, just to show you and give you an idea here, is the following. And one of the things that we're very happy about is you can see NVR down 25 points, Priceline 24 points. Today's ranges, ISRG, REGN, BIIB, both in the biotech. Amazon got clobbered as well, made that low today at 290 on that low. BIIB made a low today at 286, and the REGN made a very good low there at 281. This AutoZone, that thing got whacked today, and the low was 516, the high was 530, and the low was 516. That Chipotle Mexican Grill that everyone fell in love with, and we had very big shorts on it, 13.59, open at 504.72. That was the high, and we dropped down to 491, and we had a $4 bounce into the last print of the day. Google, Apple, and Amazon all right here. You could take a look at this Apple trade. Once again, the bid and ask here, I was on the close, but we had an open of 594. Yeah, they got a high right at 596, and it got smacked on the low of 588, closing 588 on the low. Google, on the other hand, that one too opened at 525.87, 525.87, dropped down to 517 and made a low there, the last print of the day there at 519.98. Tesla Motors, another one you know, that had a high of 192. It had a low of 185. Closed out last print 188.59. Not too bad of a haircut here in the Russell 1000. One of the other things that we would like to also show you, MMTs, is what it was like for the small cap. And I'm going to throw the small cap in here, and I'm going to show you small cap. They had a big sell down across that board. BH was the biggest one, 1060. MicroStrategies, Verts, LGND, another one of our stocks that we like, Buffalo Wild Wings, which we were short and whatnot. That DXPE still going down as it was earlier in the week in the small cap. One of the things, though, is you can take a look at these ranges right here under range today. It's pretty deep with a lot of selling. Remember, so look at the small caps. That's the ranges and whatnot, but it's across the board. It's all the way across the board in that small cap index. And having said that, the other thing that was a major concern for the bull, and like I said, we said that this correction is going to start, and it would start in the small cap that's been hit the hardest, and then the Russell 1000. Let us not forget that. So one of the things I'm going to do, yes, it rolled over in the mid-cap S&P mid-cap 400 big haircut. Some of them, you know, again, NVR was in here, ATK. These were across the board in the range today. And that volatility that we told everyone that was here to stay, it's here to stay for a long time. Now, having said that, we also said that we were at the top of these markets and that we were extremely overbought. And all you have to do to know that is to do the following. And you go to stockmarketfunding.com and whatnot, and all of the analysis are here. On all your indexes, you can always put in a search box and click on those areas and whatnot. And what we're telling people is the Dow Jones, this was on 511. Today is 515, and we said that the Dow was at double top resistance. We did say that. And here it is. Here is the proof of that. Okay? And what we are talking about is there was a big collapse there in that Dow Jones and everything else. Listen, we do everything before the fact, not after the fact. I mean, here, S&P on this date, look at it, 10% market correction and more. Well, that's a total pullback that these indexes are going to have, and I have them there. One of the things that we're going to show too now is the S&P 500, which, you know, a lot of these stocks are all weighted in the same way, but all your big high flyers, you can see that today range, they took a haircut. We said the markets were going to go lower. We said that you had to take profits again. We said that we could go right up to that 1900 level, and we did. And we've been in a 5.5 monthly pattern, and when it breaks down to the downside, and that the total round trip between the buys and the sells had huge volatility. And we have part 1 and part 2 there. Now, let us not forget the S&P 100, okay, OEX.X. That one took a big haircut too as well. And so the whole broader sectors across the board were having sell programs in there. And once again, we're going to conclude it. We've given you an update on everything major. Remember, Russell 1000, the small cap, the mid cap 400, everything is here. And they're on major support levels and whatnot. And this is a 60-minute chart. Yes, everything for the short movement got a little bit oversold on that time frame and whatnot. Anything that bounces up to resistance, I'm going to be another big short seller, and I am going to get paid. And yes, we'll take a look at part 1 of the S&P and part 2, $20,000 plus profits there. Other bear funds are working good. This market was way overdue. It's not on sale. We told everybody that before the year started. It's on stockmarketfunding.com. Go take a look at it. And most important is we love to have you for a free 5-day trial. Sign up.